Y'all, we need to have another discussion as to why Katara gets too much disrespect in this argument. I see too many people saying that Azula wins no question against Katara. Would it be a tough battle either way? Honestly, yes. No matter who ended up winning, it would be a hard-fought battle. That is the facts. Honestly, today I want to talk about, regardless of who wins, the reason that I get so mad when people are like, Azula's so much better than Katara. First things first, I love Azula. Don't think I don't. I don't want any Azula slander in this conversation either. I'm just putting respect on Katara's name. First of all, people say the only reason that Katara beat Azula was because Azula was out of her mind. I actually fully 100% agree. If you actually think Katara could have beat Azula on the day of Sozin's comet, you're honestly wrong. Like, you're just wrong. I don't think there's any way, not even with a full moon. I think that the comet makes people so much stronger than, like, honestly we realize. So yeah, I fully agree. That is why Katara won. Crossroads of Destiny, however, Katara puts in the freaking work against Azula. Zuko has to save her. Go back and rewatch it. Regardless of that, let's talk about the fact that Azula is literally of royal blood. She's been raised in the Fire Nation capital under the best trainers of all time, and she's been training since she was little, like we see in Zuko's flashback in Zuko Alone, meaning that Azula, yes, is she a prodigy? Absurdly so. That shows how strong Katara really is. Katara had no training. She literally started training like 6 months before she started fighting Azula. And she held her ground. In my opinion, / I think it's somewhat factual, Katara gets way too little respect in the arguments of who is the best prodigies. We talk about Toph, we talk about Azula. A lot of people think Katara is like not even in this conversation. The people that get the Katara hype, we get each other. We're kin. You know what I mean? Too many of you Avatar fans do not get this. Just because Katara has some very feminine personality traits doesn't mean we can pretend that if she and Toph's characters totally switched, people would be talking about how insane Toph is for learning as much as she did in the amount of time she is and how powerful she actually is. Yeah, we need to put some respect on Katara's name. Not to mention, let's say Azula is technically better than Katara. I also stand 10 toes down on the fact that Katara could beat Azula simply because of the fact of elements going against each other. Aang struggled so bad to learn Earth because he's an airbender, like it's his natural opposite. So Azula fighting Katara is really, really hard for her. I also don't want to hear any arguments of like, well, Azula never really like learned to fight a waterbender, so Katara was her first time. Bruh. She literally was the Fire Nation princess. You're telling me like her dad or like whoever's in charge of their military didn't bring in like waterbender prisoners of war so that Azula could learn? That is the biggest cap I've ever heard in my life. I'm so sorry. Katara is that good. She is that good and I stand by that.